All right, peace and blessings, everybody. It's Sunday, May the 20th, the year 2018. We got Free Lazor, who spent 35 years in prison for a self-defense shooting. And we're trying to catch up on some letters that he has written. If you scroll down on his page on Year of Jubilee, he's got a ton of exhibits. And then at the bottom of all the exhibits, we've got letters that we've received. We've got letters from the warden indicating that his character and his innocence in a particular situation that came up. We've got the guards sending in a big black dude to beat him up. We've got true facts regarding Free Lazor. We've got a letter to the Attorney General. Another letter that was received on the 13th of May. I probably need to title that one better because I don't like just putting a general letter. I probably need to find out what it's about and put the topic. We've got let's see hold on just one second. Yeah, okay. I did put a little bit better title on that. Harwood Affidavit. This is a guy who just came up and punched Lazor at the provoking or the promoting of the guards. And then we've got some documents from Ken Massat. But this letter came in the last few days, and I thought I would just read it. His handwriting is very hard to read. Okay? I'll do the best that I can. Maybe you guys can help me. It was written on May the 2nd. It says, number 6, greetings, rushing. Last night, I got mail from my attorney, Eric Weaver, who had to file a motion to extend time for my May the 2nd filing. So it is now extended. Presently, no set date of the deadline, because it is pegged to a 10 days after, I think that CBC sends in the statutes. CAC has rebelliously refused to send him. Okay, I'm having a hard time reading his cursive handwriting. I'm doing the best, right? Info the court requested months ago and didn't order CSC to provide. So Eric has also moved the court to order CSC to provide the statistics. The bad news is this means ultimately more weeks for me in prison. The good news, we now have more time to gather a lot more letters of my something, can't read that word, of my shocking the conscience. Here's the deal. I think letter to lawyer. Yeah, that's, if you, okay, that's, I think that's it. Let me just, hold on 1 second. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so if you download letter to lawyer, you'll understand what he's asking us to do if we support Free Lazor. He spent 35 years in prison. Let me just share something with you guys. I know a lot of you guys think my videos are long, and you're tired of watching like 10, 15-minute, 20-minute videos. These men spend 35 years in prison. What's a 5-minute video when a man's spending 35 years in prison, okay? He's asking people that supports his freedom to write a letter to his lawyer. And if you go to this, it has the email address, Weaver115208, and it gives you a sample of shocking the conscience. And I even put a letter that I wrote, but it has to have that phrase that it shocks your conscience. Okay? So we have more time to collect those. So I pray that you are one of the ones who will write a letter to Free Lazor's lawyer and tell the court that it shocks your conscience that this man has spent 35 years in prison for a self-defense shooting. Free Lazor goes on to write, your letter was excellent, as was Ken's and a few others. Most up to now stray too far from the narrow subject. He just wants a short letter that says it shocks your conscience that he's been in prison 35 years for a self-defense shooting. That it is conscience shocking. One of the top several in terms of effectiveness, in my opinion, was excellent because it was only 2 short sentences and that she, Karen Job, said all that was relevant. In disbelief, I was shocked to the core of my conscience. She taught me a great lesson in perfect brevity. The whole letter in 2 lines. The judge would actually read 200 or 400 if they were all that concise and short. That is what I seek to convey to all future writers for this cause, for this issue. We now have time to get others to write. Could you please convey this to Ken Massat, as I had only enough time to write one of you tonight, not both. 2 different California Assembly women have assured us they were doing an investigation into my case. I think he's talking about Assembly woman Anna Caballero right there. And there's another one, Assembly woman Sue Eggman, I believe. Okay, let me go back to the letter. Sue Eggman and Ken Massat knows the other's name. I think it's Anna Caballero. You, Rudy, are the best go-getter I've had. Okay, he's been nice to me. That's okay. He don't have to be nice to me. Besides me, he puts a smiley face. You know, he says a lot of wonderful things about Ken. So I wonder if you could call or email both of them and see if you can call their BS. And they say they're investigating his case, but they're really not doing anything. They refuse to acknowledge my letters to them at all. What kind of investigation is that? A BS one. I've asked them, what is your God? How much can you, as the legal something, I can't read it. Can you hold a hearing? Will you meet with me? Will you let me call you? And much more. No replies for months. Just BS lies. Also, the Assembly is obliged to law send me a California Constitution book I requested. Assembly bills, ABS, and Senate bills, SB. They've ignored my request for all of this for years, including past months and months, while they answer all the other prisoner requests of those I talked to here. Keep in mind that there have been people that have admittedly murdered multiple people in cold blood, and they have been paroled, but poor Free Lazor has sat in prison for 35 years and never gets parole. Can you see if you can cut through any of the BS? There are 2 bills, AB and SB, I need that could set me free, both of the past 2-year and prosecutor withhold mishandle evidence, and now those numbers of the bills have become lost. Gotta run. Thank you, Free. Okay, so here's the deal. There's Assembly member Anna Caballero. Somebody needs to call her office and ask for the Assembly bills and the Senate bills. Okay, that's her phone number right there, 831-759-8676. And then I'm going to put this letter on Free Lazor's website. But if we type in Assembly member Sue, yeah, that's it right there, Susan, Assembly member Susan Eggman. Okay, you can look up her phone number just like I can. And we need to ask that they send Lazor a copy of the Assembly bills and the Senate bills. And it sounds like they're obligated to do that. I don't think it costs any money, but we can certainly ask. All right, Free Lazor needs our help. I believe he's in it. I believe that he shot somebody in self-defense and they were breaking into his house. And I don't think he deserves to be in prison for 35 years. If you agree with me, I pray that you help me out. If you want to write a letter to Free Lazor's lawyer, download that PDF file or send a letter to me and I'll give you all the information you need. Thank you for your time.